Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called I Kinda Wanna Smash. The ingredients you need: a bottle of champagne or sparkling wine, chilled, 4 ounces of ruby red grapefruit juice, 4 ounces of orange juice, 4 ounces of simple syrup, 1 ounce of grenadine. Here's how you're going to make that drink. You're going to pour the chilled champagne into a punch bowl, slowly pour in the grapefruit juice, the orange juice, and the simple syrup and grenadine, garnish with citrus slices or fresh flowers, and cheers. I kind of want to smash.
All I would need is the champagne, to be quite honest. I don't know what it is about champagne.
I do like a little bubbly, but I also lately have started liking grapefruit juice. It's just so weird. So I would probably try this drink without the grenadine. Grenadine just overpowers every drink.
I love grenadine.
I'm shocked by that.
Why?
Because you don't really like sweet stuff, and that's sweet.
Yeah, it is, but I don't mind it on like a really strong drink because that's all it's going to be in there. There ain't going to be no juice. Yeah, I don't mind it in there. Every now and then I can handle slightly sweet. It's not syrupy sweet. It's more so the texture. Like pineapple juice. Anyway, welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys. We have our live shows coming up. I don't want to forget to remind you, New York City, July 20th at Caroline's on Broadway. The tickets are available online. The link is in our description. And then July 28th, we will be at Helium Comedy Club in Philly.
Make sure you guys get your tickets now. I don't really know what people be waiting on, but get your tickets now. This can be the perfect date night, the perfect girls' night. You can come alone. Fellas, you are more than welcome to come. Put the link in the group chat and pull up on us in your best fit.
Yeah, you don't have to pick your seats like you did in Atlanta, so you don't have to wait on your friends to get their ticket. Just go ahead and get your ticket because you might both be left outside of the club. What's been going on? What do you have going on?
I have
back in America.
I'm back in America at this point, and now I have a lot of traveling coming up. Like I am just, if I seem drained and the energy isn't here, it's because I'm thinking of all of the back-to-back traveling that I have coming up. And I'm excited about it, but you know how it is when you just have to get ready.
Yeah, and it's like you're constantly getting ready.
You're constantly getting ready, and you're constantly having to like. For New York and Philly, I am like, okay, who's doing hair? Who's doing the makeup? Okay, but then I'm traveling before that for my family reunion. Before that, I'm coming from Miami. It's just a lot. And I'm like, okay, am I going to do braids the whole time? But you know how you don't want to do braids the whole time. For the live show, you kind of want to spice it up. But I might be in braids for the live show. And then fresh after the live show, I got another trip coming. It's just a lot. And then I got something special happening in August that I'm very excited about. I just have a lot of things coming up that are expensive and timely, but I'm excited about it. I'm just I'm a little drained, bitch. I want a vacation. Like Morocco.
Like a real vacation.
A real vacation. Morocco's not a vacation. I'm hosting almost every event that they have out there, and it's just it can be draining. I'm excited about it, but it is draining. So and then we're getting ready for South Africa. So if you guys want to go on a trip for New Year's, go to paradiseandvibe.com and sign up. Meet me in South Africa. What you been up to, Kiki?
So my friend Soraya just got married. Congratulations to her. Her and my friend Nick, and I'm really happy for her. Maybe I'll have behind the scenes of the wedding stuff that goes on, because I'm saying this now, but it hasn't happened yet. It will just happen by the time you guys hear it. And then this weekend, I'm going to the Poor Minds live show. While y'all are listening to this, I'm in Houston. I've been in Houston all week, hanging out. I'm sure having a blast. I hope to see you guys. And then I have a lot of other little things. So I have to go to Texas a lot and Louisiana a lot throughout the summer. And then we have New York and Philly, those trips. And then I am going to LA after that in August. And then I want to go on a birthday trip, but I also wouldn't mind working doing the show.
That's how I felt. When you sent me those dates, I was like, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. I don't mind working during that time. So we'll see. I don't know. I feel like right now I just can't plan anything too far in advance. I've been doing it like 3 weeks out.
I had somebody ask me if I wanted to go to Cabo with them in December. Can we calm down. I was like, I can't do that right now. Like, I need to just wait until we get a little bit closer.
I think that people who have more set schedules and don't have so many moving pieces, that works better. But when you don't, and it's like, I need to leave myself open to do certain things like my work. Yeah, can't plan that far in advance. But I would love to go.
I would.
I want to go to Cabo. That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
This guy offered to take me for my birthday. And he said that I could invite some friends. And he would invite some friends. And I said, that's not what I want to do.
Oh, you want to be a vacation?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck we inviting all these people for? How are you going to tell me I can invite my friends and you are inviting your friends? No, I don't want to do that.
This ain't no group trip.
I don't want to do a group trip.
This ain't no whole trip. You think it's a whole trip?
He better not.
Tell your friends.
Because that's what it sounded like. He was like, no, it'll be fine. Because he's met some of my friends. And he was like, all the girls that were at said function, those girls cool. Bring them. And I think I have some friends for them. And I was like,
He was like, yo, Kiki got some friends. Y'all need to pull up. This going to be a sex club weekend.
No, it's not. I don't even be fucking him. So I don't know why he would think that.
Oh, well, maybe that's why he said bring your friends. Because he's trying to fuck someone. He's like, bitch, bring some bitches going to bust it open.
But yeah, so I don't know. I guess stay tuned and see what actually happens for my birthday. I'm going to be right on the couch in Atlanta.
For your birthday?
Watch.
No, you're not. I feel like you say that every year, and then you end up doing something.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's a birthday, and friends normally don't just let you do that.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I just feel tired. It's not even August yet. My birthday's in September, and I'm already feeling tired. Like, maybe like a spa type of thing, something more chill would be nice. I have been wanting to go to, what is that place? Mom and Gary.
I haven't even heard of it.
Look it up. It's like this resort in Utah. And it's so nice. It's so pretty. It seems to be peaceful. A friend of mine went and she was like, you gotta go. It's just, I can't even describe it to you, but she was like, it was an amazing experience. So now I've been looking at it online and I do want to go.
How do you spell that?
I don't know. I think AMGIRI, AMIN.
It'll probably pop right up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds very cute. I don't know if I'm going to do something relaxing this year for my birthday or something that, like, do, like, some sort of activity that I've just always wanted to try.
Like what?
I really don't know yet. I don't know. I thought about doing, like, y'all know I love horses, so I thought about doing something at a farm and having everybody wear cowgirl boots and, jeans and little hats, and we make it, like, a little picnic situation. It's going to be something very calm. Very calm. Mm-hmm. But cute. But I definitely want to do something. If we're not working. If we're working, I'm also fine with that. And if we happen to work on one of our birthdays, presents are welcome. Bring your presents. Bring the presents.
You know what? Shout out to Jerome. Remember he brought us a gift at the show?
Oh, I'm so glad you said that because when I was opening, I got some flowers and I got the little bag. I forgot. I was like, who gave me this? It was gorgeous. Jerome. Shout out to Jerome. He
did that for our birthdays at brunch too. Remember he came and brought the balloons and
the flowers.
Couldn't stay. Yeah, because he wasn't feeling good.
So sweet.
Yeah, he really is. Jerome is thoughtful and sweet. I love him.
Yeah, that is
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. That was very nice. And you came down to the show. The Charlotte show, there were some shockers that came to the show. One of my sisters, my dad has other children, and I know it's been a minute since the Charlotte show, but I forgot to bring this up.
Sound like me talking about my dad's family.
My dad has other children, and a few of them live in Charlotte, and they pulled up one of them. Two of them were supposed to come. One didn't come. But one came, and she absolutely loved the show.
She did?
She did. She was actually, shout out to Marzie. She was like, I didn't know that I could bring my husband. I was like, I told y'all could bring whoever. I put +4 on the guest list. And she was like, I just didn't know what it was going to be like, but I definitely should have brought them. I was like, definitely. So they might come to the New York show and the Philly show.
She had that much fun.
Girl, she didn't want to leave. She's like, where are we going next? I was like, well, I have a migraine. I'm going home. And then also my line sister, Leah, came, and I have not seen Leah. I mean, I don't want to say since we pledged, but like that's how long it's been. Like it's been a minute since I've seen her. So it was really cool to see her and her new boyfriend. She looked good. It felt good to see her. Like it was just such a vibe. There was somebody else there that I can't remember that I was, my apartment building manager.
What?
I forgot to tell you that. I think because I was feeling so sick after the show. One of the building managers came to the Charlotte show, and she was actually in one of the games.
What?
She was she in the pageant she was in the pageant or she was in the positions game. She had braids. She was light skinned. She had big titties. Her name was Taylor.
Okay.
I was so shocked. It's not like she hit me up like, I'm coming to your show.
She just came.
Yeah, she was like, it was my sister. My sister was celebrating something, and I was like, I'm taking you to a show. It's a surprise. She said her sister had an amazing time, and that type of feedback just means the most to me and Kiki, I'm sure.
Especially when it's people who have no idea what they're walking into, and they come and have a good time. Even the DJ Kyle, he had DM'd me today.
He was like, I had so much fun.
He was like, I'm tuning in now. I was like, see, we tried to tell you.
He
also said when we were taking pictures, because he just messaged me this today, Lauren just took a picture of my ass in his phone.
I was like, I am so sorry. Lauren got a little intoxicated.
Or something. Anyway, again, Charlotte was really fun. Y'all were so nice.
Y'all were
amazing.
I
love y'all. I don't know when I'll be back. Won't probably be till we have another show.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy my time there.
Great.
I guess that's it. Catch up. We can go ahead and move on to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, so this week's weird sex, you guys, this is a very interesting one to me. I did not know that this could happen.
I'm so scared.
Now this is a win for the woman. Well, kind of. Okay, I'll just tell you. So, a Missouri woman was awarded a $5.2 million settlement against her ex-boyfriend's car insurance company after she claimed that she got a sexually transmitted disease from him after they had sex in his 2014 Hyundai Genesis. The woman told the insurance company her intention to seek monetary damages, alleging she contracted HPV from an insured member in his automobile. Court documents reveal that in the suit, the woman alleged that her ex-boyfriend had been told that he had a throat cancer tumor and was diagnosed with HPV, yet he continued to have unprotected sex with her, knowing the risks. On Tuesday, after 5 years of uncertainty, the Missouri Court of Appeals affirmed that Geico General Insurance Company must make the massive payout to the Jackson County woman in this unprecedented case. Los Angeles personal injury attorney Miguel Custodio, co-founder of Custodio and Doobie LLP, told the Daily Mail that the settlement was reasonable. If you think about it as an injury sustained while in that person's vehicle, then it totally falls within what an insurance company would be required to pay, he says. Usually injuries to passengers are the result of a collision or slamming the door on one's fingers, that sort of thing. But while a lawsuit over contracting an STD from the insured driver may be the first of its kind, this award shows that it's not a stretch for someone to file against an insurance company for any actions occurring in a motor vehicle. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. You know, you pay your insurance and all of that money just sits there. You got to go somewhere. Most of the time,
it goes into their pocket.
Yeah, I have learned so much about insurance, car insurance, and the policies. And when something happens, and the slightest thing can happen, you can get a lot of money from it. So I am happy for that woman.
I am too, and I'm glad it was an unprecedented case because now they've set the precedent that yes, if I catch the clap in your car while you was trying to clap these cheeks, well, I'm suing whoever you got insurance with.
State Farm. Where y'all at?
Okay.
Where my check at?
That is so crazy.
Maybe I need to start having more car sex.
Maybe. I would take a little chlamydia for $5 million.
So would I. A little clap.
Okay. I'll take a combo. We can get chlamydia and gonorrhea. It don't even matter. Because for $5 million, bitch.
Wait. I don't care.
I don't either.
Y'all niggas out here fucking and sucking and contracting anyway.
For free.
Right? So.
Please, no.
And collect my little $5 million.
Okay. I'm sad it took so long, though.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, she didn't get HPV. That's a little bit different. But still, chlamydia, gonorrhea, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chlamydia, gonorrhea for $5 million?
I'll take 2, please. Okay. Okay, so first date.
Yeah. Lately, y'all been asking for tips. So this week, we're going to talk about different tips about first dates, maybe going out by yourself, but we'll start with first dates. So first dates can be very nerve-wracking. I don't know about you, but I get nervous. Sometimes
I do get nervous. I start sweating.
I'm normally a little bit late, and it's not even because I'm running behind. It's because I get to the place, and I'm sitting in my car, just giving myself a pep. Yeah, and I'm like, okay. okay, you can do this. You can have a conversation. You can talk. You're a great person. Like, you're a people person. You love to talk. You tell jokes. You're funny. But something gets in my head. And if I've had a couple of drinks beforehand, which I really don't recommend for the first
I was just about to say, my tip is don't do that.
Yeah, don't do it. Let's not. That's the first tip.
You can drink on the date, but don't drink before you get there.
Yeah, first tip, let's not get tipsy before we get to the date, because then you're going to either present something that he really likes and then you can't keep up with, or that he doesn't like and now the date's over. So first tip, let's not drink a lot. But second tip, I would say make sure you bring your I'm Curious to Know card game.
Of course. If you don't have it already, I don't know why, but just go to imcurioustoKnow.com and make your purchase.
Keep it handy.
Because really and truly, you can pull out those cards and it'll help you get the conversation going.
And they don't think it's weird. If you're thinking, why would I pull out a deck of cards at dinner? I have done it multiple times. And the men actually like it. They're kind of like, what are you doing?
And then it's going to take the pressure off of him, because he may be nervous too. Or she may be nervous about who's going to lead the conversation. Like, is this person going to talk? What if I forget? Because sometimes you do have things to talk about, but you just clam up.
And
I do that all the time.
All the time. And I'm like, dang, I wish I would have said this, or I wish I would have did this.
Yeah.
But also with the card game, you kind of like, you make yourself stand out, because a lot of bitches aren't pulling out decks of cards to be like, hey, let's make sure we talk and get to know each other on this date. But I also want to say, I think it's important to start with light conversation.
Yeah.
When you sit down. I don't
you
think
don't need
you
to
sit
go
down, you're like, are you vaccinated?
I think you should stay away from super controversial opinion type topics on the first date. Keep it like, get to know the person, but you don't need to know everything. Because sometimes when it's those really serious topics, it will spark not a debate, but an argument. Because it's like, you're not going to hold back because you don't even know this person.
Yeah.
And so then you piss me off. Yeah. With something, I feel like you're ignorant or whatever. Keep it light, I think, and then work your way into those deeper conversations as time goes on. Because who wants to just upset themselves for no reason?
Why would you do that? I also think it's really important. Sometimes we look at our age, and if you're a little bit older and you're still going on first dates, like some of us, you want to make sure that you don't go into the date like, this could be my husband. And I don't know if you've ever had to talk yourself out of it, but I am starting to realize that it's just a first date. Calm the fuck down. Do not chalant. You need to nonchalant. Go into this, be the bad bitch that you are, and just calm down and have a regular conversation like this is a regular person, like this is not your husband. And like, he might not even be your husband. Like, you might not even date him, because then you kind of like put these expectations on somebody and it's not going to work. And I'm saying this because I have done that, where I'm like, oh my gosh, this could be my husband. And none of them niggas was.
Well, I will say, actually, if I think this could be my husband, that's what's going to get me out of the house to actually go on the date. I don't say anything crazy to them. Like, they're not going to know that I'm thinking that, but they'll be like, you know what? What if you miss out on the person you're supposed to be with because you was about to flake on him? Because I wasn't going to go. So it's that for me. So I don't know. Tell yourself what you need to tell yourself. You like to psych yourself up in the car. I just have to say, I have to be optimistic before I get there. And then when I get there, it's like, okay, but he might not be. So let's actually listen to what he's saying and look at the actions and how things are going, and don't overly romanticize stuff. Let's calm down. Yeah, I have a friend who I will tell her the slightest thing, and she's like, oh my gosh, he's practically your boyfriend. No, bitch. And I got to get off the phone with you because you're going to hype me up thinking some shit. And it's like, I don't even talk on the phone with this man. What are you talking about? How is this practically my boyfriend?
I mean, I have really realized how many women go on one date, or a guy does one nice thing for them, and they automatically just like jump him to the front of the line because they think he has done something so profound, and he really hasn't. Yes. He just is showing you that he likes you, and that's it, bitch. That's it. Calm down. Keep talking to the other niggas too. Don't put all your eggs in the basket.
One time I was out at a club and I was so drunk. I was with a guy and my friend, and she was like, oh my gosh, Key, he was so gentle with you. He gave me your stuff.
As he should. Like, that's like normal behavior.
He gave you stuff, and then he took you upstairs and gave you some water. What the fuck else was he supposed to do? That is bare minimum. You thought he was going to drag me by my weave to my apartment?
Right? Like, date rape you? Like, no. He was a gentleman.
That's just kind. That's not making it anything more than that.
Right.
And I'm glad I know that, because if I was listening to her ass, I'm going to be planning that wedding.
My next tip is order an appetizer. Order
Why
an
not?
appetizer. Don't just dive into the main entree. Order an appetizer and space out when you order the meals. Don't have everything come out at once. This is a date. Let him treat you like a lady. I'm saying these things because bitches, some of my bitches be having these conversations with me and I'm like, girl,
what do you mean?
Like, I'm not sure if I can order an appetizer. Well, now is the time to test it. Order the fucking app. Order what you want to order on these first dates.
Order an appetizer.
I don't know, but
that's weird.
It's weird. It's weird how nervous women get about what they can spend. I'm not saying order a
Maybe
bottle.
I'm just an entitled bitch because I don't be doing that.
Well, I know. I know that you don't.
But it's also like, well, if you don't have it, I do.
Facts.
So
Facts.
This is because when I'm on a date, when it comes to ordering, I do the same thing I do when I'm by myself or with my girlfriend.
But a lot of women don't do that. Some women feel like they have to like behave a certain way or not order what they would normally order because they're sitting here with this man and they're like, oh, I don't want him to think I'm a gold digger. But you want him to know who you are. And if you order an appetizer and a few drinks, that doesn't mean that you are a gold digger. You're honestly Xing him out quicker than, sooner rather than later. Because if that's what you like to do at dinner and he doesn't, you're not a match.
I just don't get it. Why are we out at dinner if we can't have an appetizer and an entree? I don't understand.
And I'm getting dessert. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get a dessert.
Sometimes I get dessert. It just depends on what they have, but I like dessert. So sometimes I'll be like, I don't even want to finish this because I do want the creme brulee. I love a creme brulee.
I love a tiramisu and a creme brulee. I like to order a dessert if I'm having a good time. That's like a sign.
Because then it lets you stay longer.
I feel like if y'all order dessert, that's a sign that y'all are feeling each other because who would do that if you're not? You'd be like, actually.
I'm ready to go. I'll order dessert, and if you're really lucky, I'm ordering an after dinner cocktail. So we can make a cocktail, a little espresso martini to help pick me back up.
Mm-hmm. What do you think that like your conversation looks like on a first date? Your personal conversations on first dates.
I usually, if it's a first date and I don't really know him, I try to ask questions. I don't want to talk about your exes. I don't want to talk about.
You don't.
No, not on the first date. Not really. I mean, if he brings it up, it's fine. We can discuss it. But I don't be wanting to dwell on that. We're not worried about the past. We're worried about today and the future. So I like to ask them just questions about themselves, what they like to do, what kind of interest do you have, how open-minded are you?
How much do you lie on a first date? Because that brings me to when people normally ask that question, like, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? What are your interests? A lot of times people be lying, just naturally. There are lies that people tell. You're like, oh my God, like I love to be active. And you're like, when was the last time you was active? That shit. When was the last time you was
maybe
active?
I'm too honest and I need to start lying.
I just noticed if you date somebody and it does go well and you continue to date them, you notice some of the things that they said on the first date was lies.
Yeah. I don't really lie a lot on the first date. I usually try to pivot when it gets to a question where I would rather not tell the truth, so I just don't answer at all. And we can circle back to that if you make it past day one.
He doesn't be like, I asked you a question.
I just talk in a way where it's like we're moving on. I pivot that conversation. I'm not answering it, and I didn't answer. You know why I didn't answer it, but that doesn't really happen that often.
Okay.
Usually I can answer pretty much anything. They don't really ask anything too invasive the first date. They usually say that for letter.
If you're dealing with, are you dating other people? Do you normally honestly answer that?
They usually don't ask, but if they did, I would honestly answer, yes, I am. Okay. Or maybe I'm not, because I'm not always dating somebody. Then I tell the truth. But yeah, that question doesn't bother me, especially because it's a first date. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you need to know. Don't think that you're the only one, because if you go out on a date tomorrow to another spot and you see me there, don't be surprised. I'm dating. I mean, it's not like I brought him to this spot that you just took me to.
Would that be rude?
I don't really see an issue, but niggas be seeing an issue, because let me tell you what happened one time. I was on a date with this guy, and we go to this place all the time. And so I don't remember what happened, but I went with another nigga to the same place, and I picked it. I like the place too now. That's our spot, yeah, but like I like it too.
What's the place?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
It's not here, but I went. Well, one of his friends was there and saw me and reported it back like a little snitch. I was like, your bitch ass friend didn't. Well, I didn't say it like that, but he didn't even speak to me. I didn't even know he was in there. Little spy. And I was like, well, I'm out with my gay friends, so I did lie about that. That nigga wasn't gay. But that wasn't a first date. That's later. I save my lies for later once we get close.
Do you suggest wearing heels on the first date? Like, do you think that the person should like dress up if they don't normally dress up?
I think you should be yourself. I'm wearing heels because I typically wear heels. If you are going to be walking like a baby giraffe in your heels, don't do it. But you also need to check the attire of the place that you're going, wherever you're going. And if it ends up being a surprise, which does happen sometimes, they're like, I don't want to tell you. Just say, okay, well, you don't have to tell me, but I'm just trying to make sure I'm dressed appropriately. Because you don't want to show up like you're going to Six Flags and you're going to a really nice restaurant. Or show up like you're going to a really nice restaurant and you're going to Andretti's.
Another very important tip is if he did not make reservations, bitch, if you didn't make reservations and this is a first date, it's a red flag for me.
Like, you got to wait in line. Oh, it's going to be 45 minutes to an hour wait.
We was going to dinner.
You picked this place.
Why are we standing here shuffling around like, oh, okay, 30 minutes, we'll stand by the bathroom. We're not doing this. No.
That is rude.
That's very rude. I have a date planned for July, and the nigga sent me the reservation already, and he sent me a screenshot of it, and he was like, I'm going here with somebody's fine-ass daughter, and I'm the fine-ass daughter. I made my pussy wet. Like,
I
you
like
get
when
some
they
pussy
make
off
plans.
Some reservations.
There was this man, he was like me. He loved Open Table, and he would constantly make reservations, and he would do little things so that you can check that you come.
Really sends the email.
I do, because people be thinking that you lying about the time or whatever. No, I want you to know this is the real time. I need to know if you're coming or not, because looking there is going to charge my damn card $85 a person if your bitch ass doesn't show up. So you need to come.
$85?
You've never seen that on some of the places?
I have.
Yeah, and it's like, no, I need you to know the real facts. You see all the information with the grace period. You can look at the menu, all that stuff. Don't ask me any questions. Ask the messages. I would also say, for a tip, you said already don't take things too serious, but just try to have fun. Relax. Take a deep breath. And don't take anything too serious.
Right.
That's the best part about a first date, because it's not serious. You don't know. Just come in with an open mind. Be nice to the person. Be respectful. And hopefully they meet you with that same energy. If they don't, throw a drink in their face.
How long will you wait if they're running late? What's your cap time?
17 minutes.
Okay, I feel you.
At 15 minutes, I have an attitude.
At 10 minutes, I have an attitude because I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, it's rude. And I will, if you don't say anything, it's 10 minutes. If you communicate, hey, I'm running late. Okay. Right. But at 10 minutes, it's like, especially for a first date.
Yeah, because I'm talking about, I was just going to order an appetizer, but now maybe I will order a bottle. Your late ass.
I got to drink my sorrows away. I'm trying to get back in a better mood. Drink my happy juice. Well, good luck to all of you guys out there going on first dates. Hopefully I'll be having some new first dates very soon. But I don't know. We're going to see. Pray for me, please.
I have a couple second and third dates coming up in different cities. So
okay, that's fun.
It's fun dating as an adult.
It's a lot better than those fucking walk around the mall all day and not get nothing but a pretzel or a Great American Cookie date.
And you buy it by yourself.
Yeah.
He's just over there standing in his little Jordans. Nigga.
Tragic times. Anyway, we are going to move on to Indecisive Diane. And when we come back, it will be time to answer some advice questions and read some cocktails.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey, ladies, it's me, Diane, feeling more decisive than ever. I'm just playing. I'm still very indecisive. It took me a minute to figure this date out. But listen, I want you to grab your favorite bae right now. Hopefully you have a good, strong A-team. And tap into both of your childlike sides. Do something you used to do when you were a kid. Together. Maybe have a water balloon fight. Go to Six Flags. Something fun. Everything doesn't have to be rich, ladies. Bye.
So we are back, and it is time for the advice. If you have a question that you would like to ask us on the show or get answered on the show, email us, askcocktails@gmail.com. All right, you want to do the first one?
So the first one is titled, Am I Insatiable? ? Hey, Kiki and Medina. The only thing arousing me nowadays is stress, and I masturbate for relief. Dang, that's sad. I don't want to sex my partner because I feel that I will only be disappointed in the end. I orgasm through penetration, but I need a sizable organ to fill my desire. That was such a nice way of saying that nigga's dick is little. Anal may be the answer, but it's really uncomfortable. I can teach you some tips. I need a man who will make me feel safe, secure, and horny all at the same time to make that happen. Baby oil and a couple baby girls will let baby girls will let this booty hole bust it open for his pecker. I don't understand that. Like bringing
why
girls.
Are you saying pecker? Are you from Alabama?
Like, I really want to be with him, but I just don't want my sexual desire to drive me nuts. I want to be treated special and kind of like manipulated to get in my panties. Is that messed up? But I'm with a man who, she keeps saying whom when you're not supposed to say it. I'm with a man whom don't want to use his words or mind fuck me. It's like walking around the house and he tries to pull my drawers. Just pop a boob out and suck a titty, nigga. He stopped grabbing my vagina. He stopped grabbing my vagina. I was annoyed with it. Okay. I'm trying to just walk by and he just goes for the kitty. Like, can you make me comfortable first? I just want to be comfortable. Some sexy words, shit that sends shivers and goosebumps down my arm. You know, I haven't found a penis extender, which is pretty much what it says, or a strap on for a man. First, how do you even ask a man to put that on? And then you got to worry about his feelings? Gosh, it's not even about you. This is about me getting my walls broken the way I like, and by you. Past lovers said I was hard to please. I finally have a healthy relationship. Do you? And I want to make it work. I'm at a point of just fucking my long suction black dick during work from home hours. I feel guilty too, because I tried different methods. I got him to suck my toes, lick my booty hole, and all. It's just enough. It's just not enough. So I figure I have two choices. Should I just go all in with the anal? Or still secretly fuck suction dick till my man gains enough confidence so I can fuck them together? Love, stressed, and horny. Oh, you are. I felt that stress. Like, I felt the energy through the email, sis.
I say, why you can't do both?
You can still masturbate and tell your man that he's not fucking you right. And while that sounds very harsh, listen, I think people forget that we are grown-ups. You are not going to get in trouble. Will you maybe hurt his feelings? Yeah, but I feel like you're doing a good job. You're not cheating on him. Some people would just find a new dick with a heartbeat attached. So I commend you on not doing that. I think that communication is key in something like this. Cook him dinner, sit down, have a nice little dinner, and just tell him, I don't like the way that we're having. I have told someone that before. Have you ever told someone that before?
What?
That you don't. Yeah, it's not that I don't like you, and I know you can do better. I know you can do better, baby.
I just don't like it like this.
I just don't like it like this. I've even done it in the act of the sex. I don't like what you're doing. Let me tell you what I do like, and let me show you what I do like. And you're saying that your man is lacking confidence, but I also look at women as lacking confidence when they can't speak up and say, this is how I want you to touch my body. This is how I want you to fuck me. That he can't read your mind. You're not saying anything. You just got an attitude. That doesn't work.
It doesn't. And I was honestly confused about which one. Do you want the passion or do you not want the passion of pulling the titty out?
Do you want anal? You don't want him to grab your pussy?
I don't know, girl, but you need to talk to him. And I don't think there's any reason ever for you to stop fucking with him.
Ever.
Because how'd the toy get in it? He didn't do nothing to you. That toy just sits there and fucks you on whatever surface you put it on.
Incorporate that toy into the sex with your little dick man.
Maybe you eat your pussy while you actually fucking do.
Yeah, but what I will say is don't make fun of his little penis too.
And I don't think you should slap it in his face or anything like that.
Yeah. Just start using the toy and just tell him how you want him to eat your pussy and how you want him to fuck you.
Okay, well, good luck, hon. All right, next one. It says, help a girl out. We're going to try. Hey, y'all. Thank you for doing this show. Y'all make me laugh like nothing else. Would you ever consider doing a live show in Denver, Colorado? There are 3 of you there. But maybe if it grows, tell all of your friends they need to be listening. Everybody. Denver. That's not one of our top cities. That's how we try to pick them. Anyway, so I've been waiting for a long time now, but have had trouble keeping my diet clean since COVID 2 years ago. A new personal trainer started at this gym, and he is so fine. Aren't they all? Mm-hmm. Like, am I sweaty or wetty working out here? Kind of fine. The other week, I asked him some workout advice I didn't need just to say something. He didn't know the answer, but told me he'd research and get back to me. The next time I saw him, he told me I should let him do a training session with me, and I hesitated not. The workout was fucking hard, and I was sweaty and wetty. I got super goofy and make tons of jokes when I'm attracted to someone, but I'm trying to keep it cool because he's a trainer and not a hoe like myself. I told him I wanted to purchase from his meal prep company he started too, and he offered to bring me some meals to try out first. Oh, he bringing them to you? Huh. Am I reaching by trying to keep flirting with this dude? Is it too early to tell, or should I bring him something when he brings those meals? I'm not trying to do too much, but I want to be suave, y'all. Suggestions?
I mean, what would you bring him when she's talking about like bringing her pussy or like pay for the meals?
I don't know. I'm a little confused, but you said he's not a hoe like you. Yes, he is. He's a trainer.
And all the trainers are whores, even when they're married or dating someone.
None of that matters. They all freak hoes, okay?
Right.
And that's why they in the gym.
Right.
Because they know that they looking good.
And that's why all their clients be women.
Because I know when I go to the loft, it's full of women and a few men.
But I will say, I don't think you're doing too much. I think you're doing what single people do. Yeah, you're flirting, and flirting is totally okay as long as it would be doing too much if he seemed uncomfortable or he told you to stop. But he didn't do that. So I say, keep at it, sis. I hope it works out. Go for what you want. Yeah, a lot of women don't do that. They're too scared. And I commend you for, doing your thing. You're not being inappropriate. You're not like grabbing his balls when he's stretching you or something. That would be a lot.
But he might like that too. You'll never know until you ask. So just keep flirting with him and see what happens. I thought he was bringing the meal plan to her house.
I think he's just going to bring to the gym. But now that also makes me want to tell you, now don't get used. He might also know that he's fine and that a lot of bitches like him, and that could be his marketing technique. And now
could be.
You purchasing $200 meals every week, and he never is going to give you a shot. So
because they be in there flirting with everybody, and he might fuck you and still make you pay. Wouldn't that be some shit?
It would be rude, and
that would be very ghetto. That made me upset. Next one.
So just don't throw yourself at him too hard.
Actually, that was it for the advice. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move on to the cocktails. If you have a cocktail that you would like to send into the show, email us cocktails@atl@gmail.com.
If I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck 'em. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run it double D, so stuffin'. Back to the point, is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
Okay, you want to go first?
Yeah, so this one says, my first time sucking dick. What? Hey, ladies, I am a returning cocktail writer, and I just had my first time sucking dick at the age of 31.
What? How did you make it through adulthood without sucking?
Right? Because niggas be pushing your head down. You're just like, okay, I guess it's time.
Watch time.
Shocking. I know. The reason behind me not doing it before was because I've always wanted to save something for my husband. Oh, you're so sweet. Since I'm not a virgin and I never felt like the niggas in my past deserved it. Well, the person who finally deserved it was my ex. I guess you forgot about your husband. He and I were off and on for about 5 years. He cheated, I cheated, and we're currently not together. You chose the right person to suck dick. I haven't had sex with any other man since I met him in 2012. I'm bisexual, so I've been having sex with women. Happy Pride Month. On to my first time. This past weekend, I went to a girls' night in. Of course, there were drinks flowing. Crown Apple was my choice that night. So after I left, I hit up my ex. He answered, I came through, and he let me in. The night started off with a makeout session. Oh, I love a good makeout session. We weren't supposed to be doing this, but it's something about dick or pussy you shouldn't have that makes the experience and chemistry more intense. We're in his bed. He's laying down on his back, and I'm straddled on top of him in the riding position. As our lips touch, tongues swap and spit, grinding as though we're naked. His hand caressing and grabbing all this ass he hadn't had or touched in 3 years. I tell him to take them off. Now, Kiki, we all know how you feel about period sex. It was my first day, and he's normally not into it, but I let him know. If I really wanted to fuck you tonight, you would be down. Wait. If I really wanted to fuck you tonight, you would be down. Okay. He firstly started to cover his face and tried to stick to his word, but I gave him that look and he agreed that he would. We didn't do it though. Instead, I kissed his neck, his spot, chest, stomach, and made my way to his dick. When I tell you the feeling of his dick growing in my mouth and me gagging because of the growth turned him and me on. Phew, that was probably my favorite part. I continued to suck and swallow each and every inch of his caramel dick, spitting, having him hit my tongue with it, slurping on the shaft. This your first time? Slurping on the shaft, and even licked and sucked the balls. After our bedroom session, I was about to leave. We went into the living room, hugged, made out some more, and it all started again. We were talking shit back and forth, and he began to choke me just the way I like it. We got turned on instantly. I told him I've always wanted to do this and proceeded to get on my knees, pull his pants down, and suck his dick again. He said, "Look up at me." I obeyed and ate his dick like it was the Last Supper. The look on his face was priceless, and I could tell he was having a great time. It's so addictive. I told him I could literally do this all night. Oh, girl, I can't. Just the feeling of his girthy 6 to 7 inches filling my mouth was a great time. Thank you, ladies, for all you share with us. It doesn't go unnoticed. And if you weren't, if it weren't for you with your tips and experiences, I probably wouldn't have been as comfortable as I was. So shout out to you both. Signed, I'm addicted to sucking his dick.
You know what? I just want to say, I think every male listener needs to send us a gift.
Yeah, I do.
For that.
Because
look at what we did.
Look at what we did.
This woman is 31 and ain't sucked no dick. But because of us.
She got down on her, sucked his dick all night, mind you, twice.
Yes. We don't even do that. But we have encouraged the girls to do it.
Choking
You're
on
welcome.
Dick, eyes was probably watering, wasted her mascara. Send us gifts.
Right. Edges fucked.
Right.
Didn't have her scar.
And then just went on her. She didn't get nothing. She didn't get no dick. He didn't eat bloody pussy. This ain't fair.
Okay, next one. This says, "Well, I've been fucked so good, I'm about to drop everything."
Oh, Jesus! Send us the gifts.
A sip of my wine.
She's paying his bills. He done moved in.
Hey, girls. First, I'd like to say your podcast brings me so much joy, and it brings us so much joy when y'all say that. I had all my friends hooked to your podcast, so I'd like to stay anonymous. Okay, girl. I need some advice. I'm 25 years old. I've been with. Wait a minute. You want advice? This is supposed to be a cocktail. Well, I'm gonna read it because I already started. I had blah 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 blah. I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years now. We've been dating long distance for almost a year. We don't have an exact coming home date. It could be 6 months or 2 years, really. You can imagine how sex deprived I've been. It's a nightmare, to be honest. I love him to death, and I was really seeing myself spending my life with him. And that's when people tell me to leave his ass. He's not a sexual person. Yes, leave his ass. He was raised very Catholic.
Mm-mm.
And for him, sex is basically only to procreate.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Like,
it's just no. I'm not dealing with this.
I have my thoughts on this too, because it's a no for me too. Okay. On the opposite, I am a very sexual being. I tried to have the open relationship talk. He absolutely refuses it. So I've been patiently waiting for him to come back until a few weeks back I was away in the countryside with a few friends for a month, and one of the roommates got my attention. This man is fine as fuck. On top of being intelligent and nice, he's absolutely my type. Yes, fuck him. The sex was incredible. He made me feel good. Oh, you did. The sex was incredible. He made me feel good and confident, loving my entire body. I'm back home now, and the only thing I want to be is in his arms. I know the only reason I'm not falling in love with him so far is because I'm not letting myself. Should I leave my boyfriend for this man? He has all the qualities I'm looking for. Is sex a good enough reason? Yes. In a way, I don't want to leave my boyfriend while he's away, but I won't see him for another 5 months. Should I wait for him to come back and see what happens and miss an opportunity? I have never been fucked that good. I really need to emphasize that. For the little cocktail, the amount of semen that comes out of that man is insane. He warned me, but boy, was I not ready. He literally came all over my body. It was incredibly hot. Plus, he tastes so good. I'm getting wet just thinking about it. Let me add that my boyfriend climaxes in 3 minutes max. I feel that's an important detail, too. It hasn't always been like that. My theory is that, as he doesn't enjoy sex, that's a way he found to make it end quickly. Help a girl out. I don't know what to do. I love you guys. Break up with him.
Well, that advice letter was put here accidentally, and it was supposed to be a cocktail. But God said, "Let us tell you, leave that nigga."
You need to leave him. Y'all are not on the same page. You already cheated on him. He will probably find out. He's gonna see the look.
And sex is a reason to end it with things if sex is important to you, and
because
it's important
look at you
to
cheat.
you.
And you're not gonna stop cheating.
Yeah, I can't.
And then he's gonna be mad. And why was he away? I'm assuming he's in the military or something. Girl. I did a weird sex story about that military man, and you just got to be careful with people when you go to war and you come back. Sometimes, the smallest thing could just be tick, tick, tick.
And I just want to say to anybody who is in a relationship with somebody who's super religious and they're like, oh, sex is just for procreation, you're not supposed to enjoy it. Let me tell you something. Food, we season the food. You don't have to season food to get the nutrients, but you season in food. You're going out to restaurants. You're eating good food. You want it to taste good.
Eat, not eat to live.
Yeah. Most people do. No, people aren't just bake the chicken and don't put nothing on it. No, you're frying it up, you're sauteing it, you got onions on, you put a little seasoning on. Come on, bro. That is ridiculous. Get out of here. I also
think when you are a super religious person, it is going to be very hard to be with somebody who does not share the same beliefs as you. And you could also save yourself some trouble because you're not old. I think she said she was 25. Mm-hmm. You're only 25. Go ahead and end it, because if you're not trying to go down this super religious path, it's not going to work.
Your time. Says let it
He's going to be mad. Next thing you know, he's trying to have an exorcism because he found a sex toy in your
I don't know if you're trying to hold on to those good army benefits, but let him go.
Yeah, and there's some freak hoes in the army too.
And there's some rich niggas in Atlanta that they'll just trick off on you.
Yeah, well, good luck to you. Hopefully you can write us a cocktail, because I want to know what sex is like with the fine man.
I do, and I want to know what he looked like. And hopefully you can make it to one of our live shows. I don't know if you said where you're located, but if you can get a flight, come to the New York live show, come to the Philly live show, one or the other or both, and come and see what it's like to be around like-minded people who like getting fucked.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so guys, head on over to I'mCuriousToKnow.com to purchase your game. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/cocktails, and make sure you're following us on Instagram. We are at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean.
And until next week, you guys. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Wait on the track. Wait on the track. I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. Bye. Bye.